Welcome to the season finale of the Hull City RTG Season 5. We sit top of the Premier League, 6 points clear of second place Manchester City, who are the only team that can catch us. However, our remaining fixtures are Tottenham Hotspur, 4th placed away. Manchester United, 5th placed away. We have to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and to Old Trafford and hope that we're able to get something. Otherwise, it's going to go to the final day against Sheffield United. Now, Manchester United on this match day where we play Spurs face Manchester City. So it could go any which way, even in this first match day, let alone with the further two that are upcoming. The Golden Boot race continues on as well, as you see Charlie Barnett on 18, Malik Wilks on 21, and Bruno Fernandes on 22, still leading the way. Don't write out Harry Kane or Calvert-Lewin, though, for the remainder of the season. Anything can happen in 3 games of football, and I'm very excited to see what happens in these 3 games of football. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this series and are looking forward to next season, where we will be going all guns blazing to try and win the Champions League. Do keep your eyes peeled on the channel as well for an extra special upload this weekend. I'm going to be uploading a teaser of what Football Manager content could look like here on the channel. We had the most emotional roller coaster of all emotional roller coasters on stream the other day with Cambridge United. It is a moment, or was a moment, that will go down as one of, if not the so far, biggest moment in my content creation career. That's on all platforms, on all games, ever. It was genuinely that iconic. So keep your eyes peeled for that video. I'll mention it again at the beginning of tomorrow's video. I'll mention it again at the beginning of Sunday's video. I want you guys to watch it and let me know your feedback on it when it comes out, and it will be out this weekend. I'm going to edit it after I've made this video. So it would really mean a lot to me if you watched that video, checked it out, and left me your genuine feedback. And I guarantee, either which way, you will enjoy that video. Trust me. Right, Tottenham away to start the day. We are at full strength other than the right back, who is still injured, Tavares, but you can see that we're still particularly strong. So not to worry, cracking on. Down to North London we go. In goal for Tottenham Hotspur, Strakosha, Pedersen, Carter Vickers, Joe Rodon and Ben Davies, Højbjerg and Sandro Tonali, Nicola Pepe, Lo Celso and Bergwijn, with Harry Kane up top. That's not the strongest of defensive lines, but certainly going forward they've got some talent, and they've also Mason Mount and Heung-min Son to call on off the bench. That's one thing we don't really have yet, and one thing we will be addressing in the off-season, between seasons 5 and 6, is our strength in depth. We're missing that right now, but hopefully, with your help in the upcoming summer transfer window, we will be able to strengthen in our depth and certainly find ourselves, fingers crossed, contending for multiple competitions next year. FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup. I'd love to do it. I don't think I've ever done a quadruple in a series that wasn't, he's offside, that wasn't the achieve and leave. So it would be a worldie of a season next year if we can do that. But let's concentrate on this season first. Let's not get too carried away. Let's go and win this Premier League title first, and then take it from there. One game, one competition, one transfer at a time. Ben Davies back to Sandro Tonali. Wasn't too long ago that we saw him make a £160+ million move to Borussia Dortmund. And now he's at Tottenham Hotspur. Or was the move from Dortmund to Tottenham for 160 mil? I genuinely can't remember. I'm just going to lift this to try and hope that someone can get there. Which they can. James Maddison arrives with a header. Strakosha with the save. No 1-goal lead yet. But maybe from this... Oh, the movement on that was phenomenal. From right to left. But Strakosha sorts his feet out and keeps it out. We'll stay at 0-0. A win here doesn't guarantee it unless City fail to win against Manchester United, in which case it does. There are so many different scenarios that could see us win the league today, and so many different scenarios in which we could not win the league today. Good shot, well blocked from Charlie Barnett there. Tottenham been good enough defensively, although Strakosha slipping as he tried to clear that, and we pressured them into an uncharacteristic mistake there. And Malik Wilks could lay this in front of Sangare. And oh, he's just gone offside there, Lewis Potter. Good effort. Well said. No, he wasn't offside. How was it? I could have sworn he was the wrong side of the line there when I played that ball through. He was onside, and I kind of wish I'd taken that chance a little bit more seriously. We might well be able to work another one. Liverpool take the lead against Arsenal in the other game in North London today. They've backed off, trying to track the run of Charles Barnett, but James Maddison can't find the back of the net or even the target. Should have kept that down. Maddison, Barnett's there, Wilks. Good turn. Really good turn. He's away from Joe Rodon. Oh, but Strakosha makes the save. That's a brilliant stop by the goalkeeper. I genuinely thought that was it. That was 1-0. When we spun the defender, it was all down to the striker, and he couldn't turn it home. Nice tackle. No, not nice tackle by James Maddison in the end. Nice little lofted ball by Lo Celso to Kane. And we might end up going on the back foot here. Will Nicola Pepe keep that in? Doesn't matter whether he will or not. He's offside. Goal for Arsenal now as they equalise against Liverpool, 1-1. Still no word of what's happening between City and United, though. And it could all happen on this match day. Regardless of whether we win or not, we could draw this game. And if United beat City, then it's all done and dusted. But no word yet of what that scoreline is, although you may as well stay with me now as we approach half-time. And we'll find out at the break what that result is. Is he going to keep that in? He won't, and that will be half-time. Well then, what's the score between Manchester United and Manchester City? Are the red half going to deny... Oh, they don't play till later! Are the red half going to deny the blue half the chance of the title? Potentially. But then if City beat United and then United beat me, the red half might be gifting the blue half the chance to win the title, not taking it away from them. It could twist any which way. 45 minutes to go here, and we still won't know at the end of this game whether we've won the title or not. Nicola Pepe's in behind here. At the beginning of the half. Stands it up, and Bergwijn could not miss. Giovanni Lo Celso's taken a knock somewhere. Not sure when that happened, but Bergwijn just... Nicola Pepe got away down the right-hand side. Stood up, and, well, what Bayo was doing, marking the man in the middle, not the man at the back post, I'm not sure. A little bit of defensive naivety there. Tucking in and marking a man central when there were central defenders there to deal with it, and it's cost us the lead here. Well, not the lead, it's cost us even a point potentially. It's given Tottenham the lead. That could be the goal that sends us to another week before we find out what happens with the Premier League title. If United beat City, it could still go down to the final day, because the gap will be 6 points with 6 to play, and I'm not sure what the goal difference looks like between ourselves and City. If we end up losing the title on goal difference, I really will be pissed. But Manny Wilks could draw us level here. Oh, but Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is tucked back in a defensive role, and he will keep it out. Celso into Kane. Bergwijn's away and free on the left-hand side again. This time not quite in such a dangerous position. And Garcia Villa puts in a very important tackle. I see a little bit of space up there for Keane Lewis Potter. It's James Maddison that plays him in, but Højbjerg gets across to him. Nicola Pepe, just opened up the opportunity for me to try and sneak that away. Sangare took him down though, and Tottenham will come forward again. Sandro Tonali trying to get away from Maddison and does well. Kane, don't let him have a shot on goal chest. Oh, come on, ref, that's not a foul. I've just out-muscled him. I'm going to take James Maddison off because he's tired and bring Rob Wallace on. I think that's the only change I'm going to make for now. We haven't been amazing in this tie. We could definitely do with improving in the final few minutes. 20 to go. Kane with a free kick. Bergwijn off and Heung-min Son on. Yikes. Harry Kane then to potentially make it 2-0 and put it beyond reach. Are they going to take it short? It looks like Harry's going to go for the free kick. He's going to leave it. And Tonali lays it into Son, who shoots straight against the feet of Sangare. Certainly Kane should have shot there, surely. It wasn't too far out to consider going directly from goal or directly for goal. Garcia Villa across here to Malik Wilks. Lewis Potter's on his way. But he stopped. Was trying to play it across sideways so that it allowed Lewis Potter the time to get in behind properly, but he stopped the run. Nicola Pepe got the run on the outside. We'll close him down. Is that a foul from Elder? No, says the ref. And Callum Elder progressing nicely. And now we can play Keane Lewis Potter in behind. A point could be vital. A point could win us the title. Lewis Potter with the delivery, arriving at the back post. Pinto with the header. Agonisingly far wide of the far post. forward there to Wilkes, who's dropped nicely to get himself in a position to receive the ball. And Rob Wallace could set Malik Wilkes in behind. What a ball, Malik Wilkes. Carter Vickers with the block. An early cross from King Lewis Potter. Rob Wallace could be there. Oh, he's offside. As the crowd keeps singing as the Spurs go marching on. It seems like the title race is going to go marching on until an extra game week, at least. Barnett. Rob Wallace. Wallace on his left. Oh, that's awful, Rob. Come on, mate. You're better than that. It seems that one worldy goal that Rob Wallace scored earlier on in the save last season was a bit of a one-off, unfortunately. He's growing well, but he just hasn't backed that up with performances on the field, unfortunately. It was a lovely through ball, and such is the way of football sometimes and how fickle it can be. If Malik Wilkes turns home that chance where Rob Wallace played the through ball, we're all praising him for the assist. As it happens, we're all lamenting him for missing the second chance that comes after that, as Malik Wilkes had his shot blocked by Carter Vickers. Nicola Pepe gets tackled by Sangare, and this could be the counter-attack of all counter-attacks if it leads to a Hull City goal. King Lewis Potter's all the way out wide on the right-hand side of their defence. We do need a goal, and it could even be Rob Wallace or Pinto. Blocked and away. It'll be a 1-0 defeat away from home against Tottenham Hotspur. A result that we've seen far too commonly in this save. We just don't have what it takes to beat Tottenham. We've lost them 2-0 twice this season, I think. And now by a single goal to nil, which shows improvement, but still not good enough. Now, what will the result between City and United be? United won! Manchester United won! The gap is still 6 points as we head into the game against Manchester United. The result was 3-0. A convincing victory for the Red Half. Right then, all we need now against either Manchester United or Sheffield United is 1 point. To Old Trafford we go next. Manchester United, Vlachodimos still in goal for them. Tellez at right back. Sula, Marquinhos and Joao Cancelo. Casemiro and Dennis Zakaria. Serge Gnabry, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think Joao Cancelo and Alex Tellez are the wrong way round, aren't they? Tellez should be at left back and Cancelo at right back. Can that work in our favour, perhaps? Robert Lewandowski still on the bench. Marcus Thuram and a couple of other big names as well. All we need is a point. Can we do it? I didn't check the top goal scorer charts actually prior to this game. I don't know whether Bruno Fernandes has bagged another. Certainly we're still behind with Malik Wilkes in that fight for the golden boot as well because, well, rather obviously, we didn't score against Tottenham. And well, after a 3-0 win against Manchester City, United are in good form, in good spirits, and presumably Bruno Fernandes was involved in one of those goals, if not more, whether it was scoring them or assisting them. Were you onside here, Leonardo? He was. And across here would have been Malik Wilkes. But intercepted, and Gnabry can't get past Sangare. It'll be a United throw, though, after 12 minutes. They're talking about the league title in commentary now between Lee Dixon and Derek Ray. We know that a point is enough. We don't have to do anything other than keep a clean sheet. But that's probably the most difficult thing I have to do. Of the list of things that need to be done, it's probably the most difficult, knowing the way that we play. Oh, that will reach Malik Wilkes. It will. Nicolas Söder turns off. Doesn't know the man's over his shoulder. And Malik Wilkes steals in. Is that the goal that wins the Premier League for Hull City? It may well be. Nice tackle by King Lewis Potter. Talking about Jamie Vardy retiring from the game. We might be retiring Nicolas Söder. Oh, if we could have buried that. The big German is normally so solid in defence, but he cannot cope with Malik Wilkes so far today. Oh, I should have made that too. That would have been surely the title there and then. Rashford down the left for Manchester United. They do need 2 to deny us now. But, I mean, they might, considering they could ensure that we guarantee the title and that City don't win it, maybe they'd be more inclined to let us win if they weren't desperate for points to finish in the top 4. They're a point outside the top 4. They actually have 3 games to go, including this one. So only ourselves and Manchester City that have played 36. Everyone else has played 35 for some reason. Nice turn by Tellez. Should have read that coming, to be fair. So it's Gnabry. Oh, it's turned brilliantly. And Gnabry's in. Shot blocked, though. So United are desperate for points themselves to guarantee Champions League football next season. So they're not going to just hand me the win here and the title. They're going to fight tooth and nail for everything, even if it means it runs the risk of City winning it. That is a challenge from Roman Bayar. Won the ball, I thought, but the referee deemed it illegal and played the advantage. But advantage was played, advantage was lost, and we could be in. Please be onside, Barnett. I know it was tight. Is Barnett 2 for Hull on the breakaway. Malik Wilkes gets one, Barnett gets the other. All we need now is a goal from Keane Lewis Potter, and the trifecta will have won us the league. Across to Zakaria, but Sangari intercepts. They've not, stereotypically for a big side, left only a couple of defenders back. They've defended in numbers here, United, but we've still been able to just make a mockery of their defence. They can't, seemingly, figure themselves out. They might well be furious with themselves. Marquinhos there, outdone as Malik Wilkes grabs another. I mean, we're going to win the title now, right? Surely. Man United aren't going to score 4 in the second half, but Marquinhos commits. Doesn't get there. Nicolas Söler didn't commit and didn't get there. Oh, we could have had another if it if it had gone in rather than cannoning off the bar earlier on as well. We're tearing Manchester United apart at the back, but I don't really know how, other than they keep making individual errors at the back. Söler's for the first goal was certainly an individual error, and Marquinhos for that third one was certainly an individual error. It's 3-0 at half-time here at Old Trafford, and I think we can start to celebrate, boys. We can start to celebrate with 99.9% certainty that we are Premier League champions in Season 5 with Hull City. Bruno Fernandes with the corner for Manchester United with 16 minutes to go. Söler trying to make up for his mistakes, but Lewis Potter puts his head down there where he could have got, well, knocked the hell out if Nicolas Söler connected with chin with his boots rather than ball, as Lewis Potter did with his head. Bruno Fernandes has gotten past me there. He's still going. Nice tackle by Garcia Vaya. And Lewis Potter will look to race away. We'll go with a 1-2. We could make it 4 on the counter. Marquinhos can't deal with a turn from Keane Lewis Potter. They've backed off. That's a long way wide. That was more of a threat to the corner flag than it was the goal. Come on, Keane. I want you to get a goal here. Wilkes has one. Barnett has one. Now I need you to get one. Gabby Jesus off the bench. They've not gone with Robert Lewandowski on this occasion. They're going with former Manchester City player Gabriel Jesus. Well, I mean, if he scores 4 in the next 10 minutes, he's done his former club the world of good. But I don't think it's going to happen, do you? Marcus Thuram in behind. Oh, he's opened up for Rashford's balls. I wasn't really concentrating too much there because then he pulled it back to Rashford. I felt comfortable enough that we'd deal with it. And then Rashford turns me and has thumped it in the back of the net. As Thuram had it there, I thought, oh, I'm comfortable with that. I thought Sangari was going to intercept it, in all honesty, and he didn't. And then Marcus Rashford has just left James Maddison for dead, and United have one back. But it is too little, too late. Sorry, Marcus. 1 isn't enough for you. Isn't enough for your team. Isn't enough for the other side in Manchester either. We are going to win the Premier League this season with Hull City. And it does mean that it allows us the opportunity to concentrate purely on Champions League football next year to try and get the title in that competition as well. Keane Lewis Potter, oh, I want to get him a goal so bad. I want to get him a goal so bad, but I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity to do so. Oh, I'm not even going to have the opportunity for anyone to score, it seems. It's going to end Hull 3, Manchester United 1. And if you're to win a title, your first... I don't know if it's ever, actually. I don't know if Hull have ever won the top flight in England. Let me check their Wikipedia. I don't know as they have, you know. I really don't know as they have. Let's have a look. Where are we? Come on. Honours and achievements. Nope, they've never won the top flight. They've never won even the championship level. They were runners-up in the championship in 2012-13, but the highest level that they've won is the equivalent of League One. At the time would have been the old Division 3 in 1965 and 66. It's the last time they won a league, I think. Let me have a look. Yep, the last time they won any league was 1966, and that was the equivalent of League One. Now, they are going to win the top flight for the very first time, the Premier League for the very first time, and do it at Old Trafford. That is how to make history for Hull City. And we very much have made history here with this team. Wilkes with a brace, Barnett with one in between the two. Rashford pulls one back, but it's not enough for Manchester United. I don't think we get the trophy ceremony in this game. I think we have to wait for our home game against Sheffield United. I think the trophy celebration is at the end of the last home game of the season. But they can celebrate on the pitch, quite rightly, as we are champions. I still can't believe Garcia Villa is that bald at 19 years of age. That's some terrible genes. But no, we're not going to get the trophy lifting ceremony. We will have to go and play Sheffield United to see that. I won't show you extended highlights of that game. Just minimal, just goals if they are any. If not, just the... what? Oh, development schedule. Oh, for a minute I panicked and thought he was saying something about contract or something of the like. No, up to 90 rated, Keane Lewis Potter. Let's try and get him a goal then, shall we, against Sheffield United. Like I say, minimal highlights will be shown of that game as we end the league season as champions. But can we end it with 91 points? We'll try. And then I'll show you the league lifting ceremony before, of course, the full season roundup after that. Pinto up wide to Bayer. Pinto's gone again. And we'll loft it into the middle. Oh, Keane Lewis Potter does get his goal. And it's on celebration day. And he has the captain's armband, so he'll be the one to lift the trophy. He's like, I'm one of you. Born in Hull. Played for Hull. Will lift the Premier League trophy with Hull. And scores the goal to start the party in style on the final day. Oh, that I don't mind now that he didn't score at Old Trafford, because that's perfect. I'll have that, thank you. Miss Madison says thank you very much. Oh, Leicester have scored to take the lead at the Etihad as well, as if to rub insult to injury. I'm going to try and get this to Malik Wilkes for that golden boot. It didn't work. Oh, that's annoying. As City, if they were in a position needing a win on this final... Oh! They were in a position needing a win on this final day. Leicester are spoiling their party, and we are having a massive party at the KCOM. Sterlew's done it again with a thunderbolt of a header from a set piece. That's a wonderful header again. Not quite as impressive as his first one, but still very, very good. You guys nailed it with that centre-back signing, by the way. Absolutely nailed it. Sterlew's been a monster at the back for us. His third goal of the season. We lead by 2. Jamal Lowe tackled by Sterlew. Madison into Ivan Toney, who's off the bench now. Tackled quickly by Hughes, though. I brought Ivan Toney and... Oh, well done, Ivan. Oh, never mind. I brought Ivan Toney and McLaughlin and Brandon Fleming off the bench to play this second half. I think it's pretty fitting that they're on the field of play for at least a part of this final game of our Premier League winning season. They've been with us since day one and instrumental in their roles in getting us as far as we've gotten and for ensuring that we have been as successful as we have been. Obviously, Fleming's probably going to get replaced next season. Ivan Toney's certainly going to get replaced next season, so I want them to have something to say or some form of enjoyment from this final game, as it may well be their final game for the club, all 3 of them. Barnett, I could have turned and gotten that to Sangare, unfortunately. Leicester have equalised against City, who turned it around at the King Power. It was 1-0 Leicester. It's now, it went to 2-1 City, and now, it's going to be a simple goal. Now 2-2 as they bring it back to 2-1 here. Hopefully Sheffield United aren't going to turn it around and spoil our party. No clean sheet, but hopefully we'll still get the victory. That's 2-1 here with 19 minutes to go. Back to Madison and Sangare through the gap. Can Ivan Toney get a goal? No, but he could get an assist. Barnett, he will get an assist. It's 3! Didn't take long to extend that back to 2-goal lead, did it? Hull 3, Sheffield United 1. We've seen that scoreline before today. We're going to win. Fry lifted over. I can't get there with Hughes. We have intercepted well with Fleming. And a counter is on to maybe score a fourth. Sharp turn from Barnett. And looking for Keane Lewis Potter. Oh, come on, Ivan. Make me a decent run. Make me a decent run, Ivan Toney. Please. Oh, Ivan Toney, please get a goal. Ivan Toney does get a goal! Yes! The perfect way to end the season. Hull 4, Sheffield United 1. And he gets his farewell moment, Ivan Toney. A dream season with a dream final day. I'm pleased with that. Really pleased with that. Ivan Toney does get his moment in the sun. His first goal of the Premier League. Yes. Season. And it comes with 5 minutes to go in his final game for the club. Or presumably his final game for the club. Providing someone actually buys him next season. We're going to win and in style. Barnett. Intercepted well. Toney. Out wide to Lewis Potter. For a game that was supposed to be minimal highlights only, we've only gone and scored like... Oh, that's the final whistle. We've only gone and scored 4 goals and conceded 1, and there's been more goals than this than there have in any of the other 2 games. May even be more highlights of this than there was of the Tottenham game. We win the Premier League with Hull City. Lewis Potter, Sturyu, Barnett and Toney all on the score sheet. Very similar scenes at the end here to, again, the floating camera in the middle of the field. Very similar scenes to the ones at Old Trafford last week. Everybody celebrating in, well, the exact same way with the exact same cutscene. Only this time, at the end of these cutscenes, we get to see us lift the trophy. We get to see Keane Lewis Potter lift the trophy. I'm pretty sure he was born in Hull. Keane Lewis Potter. Sure he was born in Hull and is a Hull boy. Yeah, born in Kingston upon Hull. Has played for Hull City only, other than 5 games out on loan at Bradford Park Avenue in 2019. Oh, it looks good. It looks good with those tassels on it. The Premier League title is Hull City's! For the very first time in their entire history. Now then. Let's go and win the Champions League for the very first time in Hull City's history. I'm thrilled with that league season, really am. We challenged, as we thought we might last year, to get into Europe. Unfortunately, fell short. This season, though, we were just a step above. You'll see from the squad report we'll do at the end of the season that everybody has grown phenomenally well again this year. And it's a thoroughly deserved Premier League title. Thoroughly deserved. I'm delighted with it. Hopefully you guys are too. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribed so you don't miss out on the start of Season 6 tomorrow. I'm going to go and advance to the end of the season. We'll do a full season roundup. And of course, keep your eyes peeled on the channel for that Football Manager video. But let's go and have a full season roundup and fully take in everything that was this Premier League title winning season. Here we are then at the end of the season. As ever, we'll have a look at the competitions. We were involved in the other competitions around Europe and have a final squad report whilst we think about transfers for next year. Starting with the competitions we were involved in. Your Premier League champions, Hull City on 91 points. A full 8 clear of Manchester City in the end. As the gap opened even further. They won in the game in between the others they played today, but they drew against Leicester, they lost against Manchester United, and they just weren't at the races this season when they needed to be. They're second, Liverpool third, Spurs fourth. Manchester United really fell off after losing to us and weren't able to close the gap on Tottenham, so they finished fifth. Arsenal sixth, Everton seventh, Chelsea only ninth. Relegated, we will not be playing next year Leicester City, Brighton and Hove Albion or Sheffield United. They've gone down. The FA Cup was won by Tottenham by 2-0. Congratulations to them. Manchester United won the Carabao Cup. Unfortunately, Newcastle beaten in a cup final. It's not very often they reach a cup final, so they'll be particularly disappointed with that. Liverpool won the UEFA Super Cup on penalties against Lazio. And the Champions League was, well done Spurs, a domestic cup double. Or not domestic cup double, just a cup double. They won the Champions League by 3-1. And the Europa League was won by Real Sociedad by 2-1. No international competition this season. With regards the Golden Boot, he shared it last year with 21. He shares it this year with 23. Fernandes and Malik Wilks sharing the golden boot this season. Calvert-Lewin there on 21, our own Charlie Barnett there on 20, Lewis Potter with 17. Another great goal-scoring season for those three. Assist-wise, Barnett, Maddison with 12. Barnett with 20, though, a long way ahead of anyone else. Maddison with 12, Wilkes with 11, Pinto with 10. Fair play to him for getting that many. Sangare, actually, from a deep CDM role, got 8 assists this year, so pleased with that. Didn't expect that, to be honest. And goal clean sheet-wise, Galacci 17 in 38. One off, winning the Golden Glove. Certainly an improvement over George Long. Apologies, George. You just didn't quite have it for us last year. This year, we made the decision to sign the older, more experienced, higher-rated goalkeeper, and it paid off. Fulham will come up next year, as will Crystal Palace, and one of Leeds, Coventry, Norwich and Blackburn. If Leeds don't come up, then it's a travesty, because certainly they were much better than anybody else below them. Relegated from the Championship are Cardiff, Peterborough, yay, Millwall with only 27 points at the bottom of the table. They'll go down to League One next year. Going into the Championship are Portsmouth and Blackpool, and one of Charlton, Donny, Crewe and Luton. And relegated down to League Two are Salford, Crawley, Mansfield and Gillingham. Cambridge finished playoffs last year. I dare say they probably weren't anywhere near it this year. Colchester, Forest Green and Bolton get automatic promotion. Bradford, Plymouth, Burton and Swindon will be in the automatic promotion spots. And Cambridge finished 22nd. Of course they do. Stevenage and Morecambe finishing in the bottom 2 spots. Fuck's sake, Cambridge. What you like. Top of the table, Paris Saint-Germain in France. No real surprises there. In the Bundesliga, Dortmund win the title this year ahead of Bayern. In Serie A, it's Juventus by 11 points from Inter Roma and Napoli. Where are AC Milan? Ninth for AC Milan, replicating Chelsea's season from the Premier League. In La Liga, it's Real Madrid from Barcelona from Atletico Madrid. Always those top 3, isn't it? Although Valencia not that far away from Atleti this season on 80 points, just 7 behind Atletico, but still, as you would expect it in Spain. So, how do we do with board expectations this year? We're on a 90 rating, as you can see. Youth development, we didn't do that, but when do we ever in a series that isn't a youth-only career mode, which is coming later this year? We did both of the brand exposure ones. Score 1 goal in at least 20 games this season. We scored 1 goal. Well, there was only 2 of the 38 Premier League games that we didn't score a goal in. Financially, we certainly did that. We won 184 million for winning the Premier League. We didn't get to the semi-final of the FA Cup. We were disappointing in that trophy. Obviously, we wanted to get a top 6 spot in the league, and we won it. No continental success. Next year, we will. And what's the betting? They say, win the cup. Yikes. We'll try. I mean, our squad is certainly good enough to win, or at least our starting 11 is certainly good enough to win the cup. And that's the most important distinction to make. Our starting 11 is good enough to win the cup, but our squad might well not be. Schulter will leave us as his contract expires. George Long will stay with us, obviously. Galacci hasn't gone up or down. Neither has George Long, but hopefully both of them are able to at least maintain their ratings next year. Galacci being 35 is more likely to decline than the others. We do still have Erberg to come back from his loan spell as a 3rd backup goalkeeper should we need him. At left back, Callum Elder is up 2. He's 30 now. So maybe at 69 rated, I'm sorry, Brandon Fleming, he's just not going to be good enough for a squad role in the Champions League. But he could still play in the Carabao Cup and maybe the FA Cup, so I'm not wanting to get rid of him. It'd be pointless to get rid of him. I mean, what difference is 1 million going to make at the end of the day at this level, at the very top level in Europe? It's not, so I'd rather have the body. Sturyu, 88 rated, up 2 this year. You guys saw how good he was this season. Phenomenal. Garcia Villa up 5 to 79. To start off with, will maintain his starting spot. But again, I'm going to need... these guys are all going to go out on loan, probably. McLaughlin is leaving us at the end of the season. He wouldn't sign a new contract. So I could maybe try and delegate one with him now. No. Apparently, I recently negotiated one with him. All right, fine. Well, McLaughlin's leaving then. Davies, Gray and Greaves will go out on loan. So I am certainly going to need 1, if not 2, centre-backs next year. Villa will start initially, but maybe we sign someone that's higher rated than him to start alongside Sturyu. Villa will be able to continue to grow with his potential and his dynamic potential from this season, so we can sign another one to start alongside him in a backup 11. So we have 2 other centre-backs and 4 at the club that are capable of playing in the first team. So Sturyu, Gaia, So Garcia Villa and 2 other centre-backs. So keep your eyes or ears peeled for 2 new centre-backs and a left-back next season. We're going to have a lot to do financially next season. Right-back, Tavares is still good enough to start. Bayar proved that even though he's only 77 rated, he can hold his own. So I'm happy enough for him to stay at right-back. Unless maybe we use him as a centre-back and only sign 1 centre-back, 1 left-back and 1 right-back. Maybe. Because Bayar is tall enough and capable enough to play in that centre-back spot. 76 jumping. And he is 6'3", so certainly could play there. Up to you guys. Maybe 2 centre-backs and a left-back, or 1 of each position across the back 4. In midfield, Sangare is up 1 to 87. And will continue to start, obviously. Logan Ewing's up 1 to 77. Rob Wallace is up 2 to 83. James Maddison, still 85 at 28 years of age. Has that special something, apparently. Ewing, it's going to be squad depth that I need to improve on, and Ewing isn't going to be good enough to start or even come in as a rotation player, really, in anything other than the Carabao Cup. So I'm going to need a central midfielder next year as well. So we're looking for a left-back, centre-back, or 2 centre-backs, and a right-back, and a centre-mid. Gunn will go out on loan next year if we can get someone to take him. In fact, Ewing I might send up. Maybe I'll keep the body for now. Pinto up 2 this year to 93. Jack Barr will go out on loan next year. Keane Lewis Potter is 90 rated now this year, up 2 to that rating. Pedro Neto has grown by 1 to 84. Malik Wilkes has grown by 3 to 90. And Charlie Barnett has grown by 2 to 89. Ivan Toney will leave us next year, and we will look to sign a striker. So I'm happy with goalkeeper, and I'm happy with... Well, that's kind of it, really, isn't it? I'm happy with goalkeeper. I could probably do with what? I definitely want a left back. I definitely want at least 1 centre back. If we don't sign 2 centre backs, then I want a right back as well, and I want a centre mid and probably a winger and a striker. So I'm going to need 6. I'm looking for 6 signings next season. 6 players to come into the club. That's going to be pretty huge. We are going to need to be very, very careful with how we spend our money next season, because a number of players need to come in, and a number of higher quality players as well. Our top goal scorer in all competitions was Malik Wilkes. He scored all of his goals in the Premier League. Charlie Barnett did the same. Keane Lewis Potter did the same. 17 and 8, 20 and 20 for Charlie Barnett. That's outrageous. A goal contribution on average in every single game he played. Every single game he averaged a goal contribution. At least. Ridiculous. Malik Wilkes with 34. No, sorry. 34. Maths. Well done, Ches. 34 in 41. Lewis Potter with 25 in 43. Pinto with 18. 8 goals, 10 assists with that cut-inside command. Certainly much better season for him this year. Neto didn't do... Well, the majority of his stats there are from his time at Wolves, not his time with us. But he'll play a much bigger part next year, especially with European football on the horizon as well. Sangare, 6 goals, 8 assists. I mean, I can't be unhappy with that, can I? James Maddison, the majority of those stats are for Leicester. So I can't see what he did for me specifically, but never mind. Sturdy with 3 goals and an assist. Ivan Toney with 3 goals and 2 assists, although one of the goals came in pre-season. Wallace with 1 goal, 4 assists. Tavares with 1 goal, 2 assists. And Elder got 1 assist from left back as well. So that's how the season ends. That's how we move forward into the new season, into Season 6, which could arguably be the final season we play here at Hull before we move to pastures new. But for now, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. And please do check that Football Manager video when it goes live. I would very much appreciate it. I guarantee you will enjoy it. There are absolute limbs in there. Right, for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.